What up, what up, what up? It's K.Honesty, and I'm about to do a review of Married to Medicine, Season 10, Episode 11. So if you haven't seen the 11th episode of Season 10 of Married to Medicine, turn this video off, go watch the episode, come back and watch this video. Like this video, subscribe to my channel. It is a simple and free way to support my channel. You can help get my engagement up for free. It takes less than 4 seconds to do. It's super simple to do. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell if you want to support me and you don't want to miss out when I post. I'm also not a public speaker, so I will tend to fumble my words. You will hear me say, you'll hear me say so, like, 1,000 times. I might stop to regain my thoughts. I might slow my talking down to regain my thoughts. It is what it is. Anything I say, it's my opinion. It does not reflect anyone or anything associated with the show. And yeah, I like to grade the episodes before and after my reviews. You can grade the episodes in the comments. Let me know if I forget anything in the comments, what you thought of the episode in the comments. Leave all that good stuff in the comments. Like I said, I grade the episodes before and after my reviews because sometimes I change my mind. But I don't think I'm going to change my mind this week. I enjoyed this episode of Married to Medicine. Like I said in my other reviews, on my Sundays, I watch my Baddies East Zeus Network. I watch my RHOP, Real Housewives of Potomac, and I watch my Married to Medicine. And I feel like this week, none of these three shows have disappointed me this week. I feel like they were all somewhat entertaining for me this week, so I was cool with it. And this week's episode of Married to Medicine, I enjoyed it. I'm probably gonna give it an A-. I liked it. I liked seeing Phaedra's boys and how she still called him the president and the prince and how she went all out. I kind of enjoyed this episode. I don't know. A- might be a stretch. Maybe a B plus. I guess a B plus. I gave RHOP a B plus. I guess I'm gonna go with a B plus. But Last Chance, Married to Medicine, Season 10, Episode 11. If you have not seen it, I'm about to spoil the entire episode, so turn the video off. Let me get a sip of my smoothie. This something got watery now. So I ain't gonna lie, this episode, just like RHOP, I kind of wrote the filler scenes too because I kind of liked the filler scenes this episode. I usually don't post them little short, quick filler scenes because I don't be really caring, but they was cute this episode, so I left them. I was like, I'm gonna write them. I'm gonna write about them. So we get this first scene. The patient, Simone has a patient. They talking about breastfeeding. This woman says that she, her baby stopped breastfeeding for a little while, and then, well, she said something about her nipples were sore or something, or she wasn't. I can't remember what she said happened, but she said she stopped breastfeeding for a little while, but then she started back up, and it was like nothing even stopped, basically. And I was like, the wonders of woman. Then we get this scene, Phaedra's son Aiden, I think that's her oldest. They with the party planner planning for his 13th birthday party, which is going to be which is basically going to be the final scene of the episode. Then Heavenly has partly another reason why I gave this episode a higher grade was because of Heavenly. Just like in RHOP, we have like an MVP sometimes here and there. I feel like Karen been carrying the whole season for RHOP. This season, Heavenly been doing her thing. This episode, she had me cracking up. You can't take that away from Heavenly. I know we don't like her sometimes. She say stuff below the belt. Sometimes she take a little stuff too little far. But sometimes we get moments where we love Heavenly and she make us laugh. And I feel like this was one of those episodes. So Heavenly, she has Sweet Tea as a patient. So she asking Sweet Tea, you got the cards right now, like the credit cards? And Sweet Tea's like, oh no, I got to call Gregory. So then this bitch Heavenly says, Quad had the cards. I was like, bruh. I was like, Heavenly get on my nerves, bruh. So I'm like, well, Quad had the cards. But that's one thing about Heavenly. She's just going to say it to your face. She just say what she thinking. So then we get this date with Toya and Eugene. And it's at a flower shop. So Eugene, he has Toya come. He's like, instead of me just getting you flowers, I thought I could get to know you a little more and learn what you like by us making an arrangement together. And I was like, now, if Toya don't like this shit, I do not know what is wrong with Toya. Because your man be really trying. Because like I said, that man Eugene be tired. So he really trying out here. I was like, if Toya don't like this, then she gonna make me look at her wild. But Toya in her confessional, she rates the date a 10 out of 10. She says she's taking into account what Simone said about, Eugene being scared to plan things. About her being hard to, Eugene was like, you're hard to be married to. And Toya was like, now I'm hard to be married to? Yes, bitch. That means you spending all this damn money. So then Toya tells Eugene about Damon's little medical mixer thing, and talks about how the dynamics between the lady feels a lot better. I feel like that was shade towards Quad. She's like, it feels better than ever being around the ladies nowadays, and I'm just like, oh, that's some shade towards Quad. I feel like if we had Quad or not, the season would still be going the way it's going. I don't feel like Quad adds or brings anything. I feel like Phaedra is like a Quad in the damn show right now. Single and always giving these, well, what the people doing? All that type shit, So now, Damon's medical mixer situation, little event, it starts. Jackie and Curtis come together. Well, I don't know. We ain't see them enter together like we see them enter at the end of the episode holding hands and shit. But we don't see them entering together. But they're there together. But they don't seem to be together, if that makes sense. Like, we don't see them in the same, like, space together. Like, Curtis over here somewhere, Jackie over here somewhere. And by all means, but I don't know. So all the ladies, they making fun of Heavenly's dress. Heavenly got some type of, like, 2011 prom dress on. I'm like, what the hell is this? Simone in her confession, she said, I know Phaedra dressed her ass. And then they show a clip of Phaedra dressing. Phaedra set her ass up. Phaedra know damn well she would not wear that. Look what she wore to her son's birthday party. You know damn well you would not wear that, Phaedra. She set Heavenly ass up. And I can't believe Heavenly ass fell for that shit. The dress just looked so out of place. It was like the wrong thing to wear. Like, I feel like she shouldn't even wear that to a club. It was so weird. So then Dr. Alicia comes. She says Dr. Kima couldn't make it. And I was like, that's probably for the best. Because I was like, I know word and got around to the wives about his little conversation with the men. And I know they probably wanted to confront his ass. So I was like, maybe that's for the best. So at this mixer, Heavenly is just being so extra. She trying to put Phaedra on with this chiropractor dude. And he said something about Phaedra got nice drums. Drums. I'm just like, what? So Phaedra's like, I want to see what some young boys been hitting on me. I want to see what these young dudes talking about. So then Damon, he gives a speech thanking everyone for coming. And then the speech turns into him giving Heavenly her flowers. Nothing wrong with that. But I was just like, can I get a little more insight on what this event was about? It said medical mixer. I was just like, and then they show flashes of the last thing that Damon threw where he was showing the hospital off and things like that. But it's just like, what was this mixer for? He starts giving Heavenly her flowers. Heavenly grabs the damn mic, calls Phaedra up there. I'm like, what the hell is she about to do with Phaedra? She calls Phaedra up there. She's like, hey, everybody, Phaedra's single. She's looking for a man. Bruh, the way I died laughing. I said, no, she did not just call her up there. Hey, Heavenly do not care, bruh. Two interested guys come up there. I said, Heavenly just a nut, man. So then all the ladies, they sit down to talk, basically. And I feel like they just found a way to bring up Kima. So Alicia's, she's talking about how Kima has, like, this newfound respect for her since he had to be alone with the kids when they went to Napa. And then Toya brings up what Kima said with the men. Like, I heard he said that he not cutting off his nutsack, and women here are too independent, this, that, and the third. So Alicia's like, well, yeah, that conversation comes up a lot in our household, but also he knows that I grew up in a single parent household. She talks more about that, like growing up being independent, things like that. So Toya's like, I don't know, it seems like Kima is hard to take care of. So Alicia was like, well, he's very opinionated. He tells Toya, he's very opinionated, just like you. And Toya made the stank face like, bitch, she didn't see that coming. It was like, what? I was like, oop, okay, Alicia. She says in her confessional, like, they just don't see ladies like me who respects her husband. They just try to make a mockery of. I'm like, what? So this is when all the drama starts. This is when Simone announces that her and Cecil are hosting the couples trip like they always do every season. 10-year anniversary for the OGs. They show all the clips of all the couples trips over the seasons. And I'm just like, oh man, they did. They have been on a lot of trips. They done went through a lot. So then she announces that the trip will be in Hilton Head, South Carolina. So then it's silence. So then Heavenly brings up in her confessional that, Jackie's husband Curtis got caught cheating in Hilton Head. And they showed the clips back from the season where Jackie and Curtis was having their marital issues because he cheated and all that. So Heavenly's still in her confessional, like, you don't think that would be a trigger for Jackie, Simone? So then she says to Jackie, she's like, she says to Simone, Heavenly says to Simone, did you ask Jackie if it was okay for to go on a trip there? So this is when it comes back to Simone. She's like, oh, I didn't even think. And she's like, it's no way I would choose that place to be messy with my friend Jackie of all people. So then Simone, she asked Jackie, like, how would you feel about going to Hilton Head? So Jackie's like, I choose Myrtle Beach. And then here go Toya ass sounding like Nene Leakes talking about something. Oh, she'd rather go to the ghetto. I thought that was funny, I ain't gonna lie. I was just like, Toya bougie ass. She's trying to go to the ghetto. So Simone's like, well, we're already booked for Hilton Head. It's like, then why you ask? You talking about we already booked? You saying basically if Jackie said no, you weren't going to change your mind about it anyway. So I was looking at Simone sideways. It's like, what if Jackie really doesn't feel comfortable going on this trip? You still planning to go. So Phaedra, she asking Jackie again. I don't understand why Jackie was asked again when Simone just asked her, but I guess we got to make Phaedra feel included, I guess. Phaedra, she asked Jackie, like, how do you feel about it? So Jackie's like, I've never been and I never plan to go. And I was like, sheesh. So she not feeling it. I was like, girl, so if Cecil cheated in the DR, but if Cecil cheated in Africa, you're not going back to Africa because he cheated in Africa? Come on. What are we doing here? What are we doing? So Jackie says in her confessional that she feels like Simone may have made a big, huge oversight, but she doesn't think it was malicious. I don't know. I feel like producers did put Simone up to it. I don't know, though. Because it's like, so why would Simone do that to her friend, like she said, of 20 years? So then Toya asked Jackie, you think Curtis would have an issue with going to Hilton? And Jackie's like, I'm going to talk to Curtis. So I was like, oh my God, in this next scene. So this next scene we get is a home scene with Jackie and Curtis. I was like, oh, so we already know what this is about to be about. I was like, when we get a home scene with Jackie and Curtis? So here go Curtis on, I'm just over here planning my trip back to the DR. What is in the DR for real? What the fuck is really in the DR, Curtis? I want to know. Because that country is known for having some of the highest rates of sex workers, I think. If I'm not, I think I read that somewhere, seen it online or something. And they be having a lot of murders out there. Remember all the people who was going missing in the DR? It's just like, what is in the DR, Curtis? What type of work does Curtis do? I know he retired. I think he a coach. I don't know. So then Jackie brings up the couple's trip to Hilton Head. Curtis is like, oh, why Hilton Head? Like, I'm so over that. Like, it doesn't accomplish anything for us. So Jackie's like, oh, I don't want us to have to revisit a place that they may set us back. And I do want to go, though, because it's 10 years of us being together. Plus, the new couples have never been. Never had the experience. So then she tells Curtis, like, if we go, you have to go there knowing that things might be said. She's like, I'm not moved by what people say. And Curtis is like, it's not about being moved, it's about people minding their business, because my business is my business. Jackie like, yeah, and our business is our business. And Curtis is like, right. And I'm just like, nah, nigga, nah, bitch, he knew what he meant what he said. His business is his business, not y'all business. His business ain't even y'all business. Ain't even your business. Because you notice how he said, my business is my business, not our business is our business? Jackie had to say it. So then Jackie's saying to Curtis in their confessional, I hope you change your mind, because we're in a good space now. And I'm like, why do you even have to say this type of stuff? So he really gonna have you go by yourself on a couples trip? And y'all supposed to be like one of the pioneers of this shit? And he really gonna make you go by yourself? You sure y'all all good, Jackie? Really? So Curtis, he like, oh, I don't mind supporting what your friends do, but not at my expense, and they not about to make the trip about us. And then he says in the confessional, like he wouldn't want the possibility of their friends to put them in a space that would disturb their good space that they're in. And I'm like, it seems like y'all doing it already, because y'all already saying the same thing, but not saying the same thing. If that makes sense, I don't know. And I'm just like, I don't buy shit Curtis saying. You just don't want to go out there because you don't want them to hold your ass accountable for what you did. And you also might not want to go out there because you don't want them to have your ass, you might slip up on some other sneaky shit you've been doing. They might catch your ass in the loud sign. That's what I really think it is. That's why I really think he don't want to go. He might get caught up in some new shit. So Jackie's like, oh, I want to go, but only if I know you're okay. Why are you worried about how Curtis feel? He's the one that cheated. Why are you worried about how he feel? He should be worried about how you feeling. Curtis is like, oh, we'll see. This is like, girl. So then we get this next scene. It's Phaedra's son Aiden's 13th birthday party. I get we got a film, but some of them kids most of their kids is grown. Except for Alicia and Toya. So I'm like, why are we even there? So, yeah, it's Aiden's 13th birthday party. So Heavenly gets there and Sweet Tea like, oh, I know you getting emotional because I know you going to cry because your kid's gone. And Heavenly like, shit, I'm glad the motherfucker's gone. And I'm like, that's hilarious, but also, bitch, we know your ass. Stop faking because you and Diamond was just tearing it up a few episodes ago about Laura leaving for college. I don't want to hear that. She be trying to act so hard. I ain't gonna miss the motherfuckers. I'm glad they out. So for the most part, the couples, the cast or whatever, they giving Phaedra props from her. They're like, she know how to throw a party. So then you know who comes out, Dwight. And you know Dwight from Real Housewives of Atlanta. Fashion with no fashions. How dreadful. that's every time I see Dwight, that's what I think about. Fashion show with no fashions. How dreadful. If you know that Dwight. So he's there and he introduces Phaedra and Dylan. Phaedra, Queen Phaedra, the president. And I was like, oh, that's so cute how she still called him the president, the prince, because she used to call them that when they were so little on Real Housewives of Atlanta. So they have Aiden come out, the prince. The fireworks go off, music, all that. So then Toya, messy ass, why you saying this shit at a child's birthday party? Keep that shady shit to your confessionals. She's like, I wonder why Apollo ain't here. I mean, she doing it on her own. I would think that the daddy would be here. Da-da-da. I'm just like, why, Toya? Why we got to talk about that? So then Heavenly meets Cecil's brother. Cecil's brother looks just like him, just a little chubbier. Looks just like him, though. But we meet Cecil's brother, David. She asks him if he's single and things like, he's like, nah, I'm married. She's like, oh, you need to have a wedding band. You need to let people know. My husband got one cost $80. She's trying to hand his ass $80 something, so you need to go buy you a wedding band. I was like, bruh. Because he said he couldn't wear it because he gained weight. So then Simone starts introducing David to the ladies. And Heavenly like, oh, he married y'all. Just to let y'all know he don't got no ring on him. I told you need to wear a band out here. So Phaedra's like, oh, you out here tricking the people, but you're very handsome. I was like, girl, Phaedra, get the hell back. Rewind, though. When they was at the damn medical mixer and the dude was saying something about Phaedra got some drums or something. Phaedra in her confessional talking about something. You can't tap this booty unless you make it clap some dollars or something. She said something basically saying like you can't slap this booty till you throw out some cash. And I was like, oh, but you was so quiet when Heavenly or Quad or one of them said that you was trying to charge Dr. G $40K a month when y'all was together. So how's that different from now what you're saying? But anyway, fast forward back to this. So Phaedra's like, oh, you're very handsome. And Heavenly's like, walk away, sir. Walk away. Even David was like, thanks for saving me, and walked away. He didn't look like he wanted to be saved, though. He was eyeing Phaedra. And like I said, you see this ensemble Phaedra had on at the kid's birthday party, but you see the ensemble she threw on Heavenly for that mixer. She set that girl up. So then we get this little scene. Greg, he over there talking to Kim, and he basically talking about Kim like, a good thing our wives take care of us. He's trying to get somebody on board with his ass, with his misogynistic ass. And Greg's like, yeah, sweet tea, she take care of me, da-da-da-da. Heavenly's like, what Kim over there talking to? He probably over there saying some bullshit. She didn't say that exactly, but you know Heavenly be saying, she was saying something like that. So then Heavenly, of course, brings it up again. Asks Simone, why Hilton Head? Why Hilton Head of all places? So Simone was like, well, I was trying to move around everyone's schedule. She's like, I chose somewhere that wasn't too far. She said, I did consider other places like Savannah, Mississippi. So why didn't you choose those places, Simone? It's making more not sense. It's making more of nonsense. I mean, I can't even think of the word. It's making less sense. Yeah, it's making less sense. So then Heavenly, she brings up again, you know, how Jackie may feel. Jackie's not there yet. So then producers messy ass, they asking Heavenly, of all people, why you think Simone didn't change the location? But Heavenly, she keeps it subtle. I thought she was going to say some worse shit, but she's just like, because Simone is stubborn. She's like, we could have easily changed the location, but we can't change what happened there with Curtis. So we get this scene, Aiden's, he cutting his cake, he blowing out his candles. Phaedra, you know, she talks about in her confessional how, talks about him growing up and things like that, and the young man he's becoming. They show the clips from, we done literally watched these babies grow up. They like We just seen them from the. I was like, oh my God, look at the little daycare scene when she's taken to his first day of school. I was like, oh man, I remember all these clips. So they showing all these clips from Real Housewives of Atlanta of Aiden growing up. I was like, so cute. She got some cute little boys. So then Aiden, he gives this heartfelt speech. He like, I love you so much. He like, I know you do. He was like, you do so much for me, and I don't even know how else to thank you. He was just like, he was just giving her praises. I can't remember everything he said, but it was so sweet. Phaedra gets emotional. It was so cute. Then these dancers on stilts and fire dancers, they come out, start performing. Phaedra's party was lit. They had a full bar, so I can see why the adults was it. I mean, yeah, I don't even know why I even said that shit about them coming and not having no kids. We all know them kids party turns into adult parties after a while. So yeah, I mean, I guess. So then Jackie gets there and Heavenly pulls Simone and Jackie to the side. And Simone, she asks Jackie again, like, are you good with coming to South Carolina? So Jackie's like, well, I spoke to Curtis and he doesn't want to go. She's like, we're in a good space now. I don't want to open up that can of worms again. So Heavenly, she asked Simone, she says, see, do you think that was a good idea? I was like, all right now, Heavenly. She said she forgot. Although, I don't know how you forget something like that. But Simone's a doctor. She be busy. I don't know, maybe. But a part of me feels like producers set her up, too, to do that. I don't know. So Simone's like, I messed up. Not one time is Simone saying, okay, I will try to cancel this and move us somewhere else, take us somewhere else. Not once does she say that. She basically just trying to make Jackie be on board with it. And Jackie's just like, nah. So then Jackie's like, when I heard the word Hilton Head, I was like, so Heavenly's like, see, that's what we talking about. Simone saying, Simone, whatever. Simone's like, you're not going to be talking to me like I don't know. This is my friend of 20 years. Heavenly's like, oh, 20 years don't mean shit. And Heavenly and Simone start going back and forth. People start looking over there. And Jackie tries to shush them. They not listening to her. So she walks away from them. Like they not arguing about her. So Simone and Heavenly, they step away to argue more, but people can still hear them. Jackie goes over to Phaedra. My friends are over there fighting. Phaedra in her confessional, she's like, Heavenly would argue with Jesus. Would argue with Jesus at the pearly gates if she could. I was just like, bruh, Phaedra be funny sometimes. She be funny sometimes. But then Toya says in her confessional, she's like, it seems like Heavenly is in competition with Simone. I ain't feel like that. I don't feel like it was that. I know at some points in the previous seasons or things like that, we have seen that. But I feel like in this moment, I don't think that was the case. Then she says, Toya also says in her confessional, she wishes that Jackie would just voice her opinion without having Heavenly always doing it for her. And usually I would agree. Like Jackie doesn't speak up sometimes when it comes to how she feels and things like that. Like when the whole Quad situation and Heavenly had to say, Jackie had to tell me that she was using you. So I do agree Jackie doesn't speak up all the time. But I feel like in this moment she told Simone how she felt. And it's like she told her in the way that Jackie would tell someone. That Heavenly was just, being Heavenly. I don't feel like it was nothing else that Jackie could tell. Like, I don't want to go open that can of worms. She told her. So then Jackie comes back over there to them and she's like, look, if Curtis doesn't want to go, then I'm not going. And she's like, she knows that if it was just the OGs, she wouldn't have to worry about the conversation. But she knows that since these newbies are coming, that it might get brought up. Jackie basically insinuates in her confessional that Toya would be the one to bring it up. I'm like, but Toya's not an OG. But I ain't gonna lie, I could see Toya bringing it up. I could. Just because some of the ladies don't know, I feel like she would bring it up. So Simone's like, oh, I respect that. And Heavenly's like, that's all we trying to say, baby. He says to Simone, like, give me a hug, Simone. Simone walking away from her ass. Heavenly's like, Simone, give me a hug. She's like, are we good? Can you give me a hug? Simone, Heavenly is funny as hell. Curse your ass out, call you all types of bitches, which away. And then be like, but we good, right? But we good, right? I thought that shit was so funny. So we get the scene, Sweet Tea, she tells Greg, like, I looked up Hilton Head and I wasn't impressed. I was like, I ain't gonna lie, it don't sound appealing. But I was like, maybe I'm misjudging it because some places don't sound appealing and they be fun. And I was like, she is the youngest one, but then we get to see Simone is telling Sisu that since Jackie is feeling away, she gonna give Jackie the master bedroom. So we giving Jackie the master bedroom because her husband cheated on her. That's what we giving her the master bedroom for. Why are we doing this on Real Housewives of Potomac and Married to Medicine? We gave Robin the good room on the trip because of her situation with Juan, and now we giving Jackie the master bedroom because her situation was Curtis. Like, what? What are we doing? We're getting rewarded for naiveness and I don't want to say dumbness, but I mean just dumb for staying. But we giving special privileges for that. Simone, she's in the confessional. I don't want to be the cause of any tension in Jackie and Curtis's marriage. It's too late. It's too late. You done planned the trip and you wasn't even willing to change it or move it somewhere else. But I feel like even if Simone would have moved it to another location last minute or whatever, they'd have been like, well, why you move it? Why you change the date? And then they would have had to explain, well, this happened with Jackie and Hilton Head, so it would have still had to come out. So I feel like either way. But at the same time, still, Simone didn't even try. Like Savannah, Mississippi, why not those places? Then we get this little saying, oh my God. So Eugene, he telling the boys, he's like, oh, get out your mom's bag get out of her bag before you see something you're not supposed to. So Ashton's like what? Avery's like, a condom. So Eugene makes it like, what? Like a face like, what? Like, we married, we got 2 kids, we raw dogging it. What you mean, condom? Like, why would we find a condom in Toya? You find a condom in Toya bed, that's bad. The fuck? Yeah. Then little Ashton says probably a vibrator. I was like, how the younger one knows about a vibrator? He go, Toya, that's a biblical sin, so you ain't never masturbated Toya. You be so geeking to go get that O shot. Like, girl. So then we get these little, I don't know if this was the preview for the next episode or if this was like, I don't know what they was doing here, but they show this on the screen. It says within the next 24 hours. And then they show Jackie calling Simone, and Simone puts the call on speakerphone for the entire group to hear while they're in Hilton Head. And Jackie tells her that Curtis and herself have decided not to come on the trip. Then we get this clip of Simone and Heavenly arguing about Jackie at dinner, where Jackie and Curtis end up coming in holding hands, hand in hand. Like, we got something to prove. We see Curtis trying to pipe up, and Sweet Tea and Jackie's like, put me in the hot seat, and Sweet Tea is like, I will. And Sweet Tea's piping up, and Jackie's like, I'll handle baby girl later. And Sweet Tea's like, oh, I'm not baby girl. And then her and Jackie go back and forth. And Greg just sitting there like. Then they show this little last part where Kim was like, well, I hope everyone could Dr. Kim is like, I hope everyone could just sit down and have a civil discourse. And Simone's like, you haven't met Heavenly. He's like, no. With a smile, no. I thought that was funny as hell. He's like, no, I haven't. That's how the episode ended. That shit was crazy. It was definitely crazy. I would definitely say a B+. I enjoyed this episode. It was funny. It was crazy. It just had me like, what? Like, what? Like, huh? Like, all that good stuff. I mean, do I need to do predictions, thoughts for the next episode? We kind of saw what's going to happen. It's just like, I feel like now Jackie and Curtis, why would y'all call and say y'all not coming and then show up and then think we not going to bring it up now? Y'all brought that heat on y'allself. If y'all would just came with everyone else, it probably wouldn't even got brought up. Or it probably would have got brought up in a more sensitive way around less people. But now y'all done came late, and now we trying to figure out why y'all, with the newbies trying to figure out why y'all came late. As far as Sweet Tea piping up, why you need to know so bad? I mean, yeah, granted, they was all in your business and shit when you first came, but you a newbie. I'm here for her piping up on Jackie, though. Let's see if Jackie get active. And Simone and Heavenly, they just going to argue. They're going to be back cool at the reunion. We already know how that go. And yes, let's hold Curtis' ass to the flame. And I hope they bring up that DR shit too. Where you been at? What's going on in the DR? And I wonder if the lady's gonna come at Kima, or is he safe for all his wild ass comments? Either way, those are my thoughts, expressions, what have yous. I wonder how Greg feel about Sweet Tea piping up. That too. Anyway, thanks for watching. Comment below what you thought of the episodes, what you would grade the episodes, what you think will happen in the next episode. Let me know predictions. Let me know if I forgot anything in particular. If I was off on anything, let me know in the comments. Like this video. Subscribe to my channel. I don't only review Married to Medicine. I review other shows. RHOP, check that out. Baddies East, check that out. Other shows I review on random. Like I said in my other review, I might do a recap this week of shows that I did watch that I didn't review and why I didn't review them. I might do that this week. Maybe tomorrow. We'll see. But thanks for watching if you watch this in entirety or at all, whatever. And see y'all in the next review. Peace.